Testing volume.
Testing volume.
Good morning, or evening if you're across the seas, and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. We are back in the Ebonheart Pact with our Denmer. I hope you're all having a good morning. Everybody needs to be real careful. Recently it was displayed that my own county of Bear in Texas has Anyway, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to unmute the mic there. So anyway, yeah. So, Bexar County of Texas has the most COVID infections out of the entire country, which is strange because Texas isn't the highest infected. If you look at it, it's, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Florida, all southern, extremely conservative states, but they have the most infections. Texas, which is even more widespread out, most of our counties are white, yellow, oranges. But then there's Bexar County in the middle, which is this deep red, and that kind of mimics what's over in Alaska. I guess because Alaska is very sparsely populated, I guess, where they have an extreme red over in the bottom right area, which is probably near this big city I can't think of the name of right now. But the rest of their areas are kind of like just sparsed out and light colored in infection seriousness. But Delta is serious. Delta is raising exponentially. Delta can be passed easier than the original COVID, and it's just as bad. A reminder that the symptoms are a little different. You start off with a headache and then have what appears to be allergies or a cold, which the original COVID didn't do. Then after that, it does the whole lung thing. So everybody be careful. Stay at home unless you absolutely have to. Don't go to parties. Don't go to movies. Don't go out to parks. Don't go to anywhere there's a crowd. Always mask up. 6 feet between you and your family and anyone else that's around y'all. If the place is so crowded you can't put a 6 foot distance between you and the other people, then just don't go in there. It's not, no matter what it is, it's not worth it. I don't care if it's religious ceremonies, a party, a park, entertainment, the grocery store. There are options. Get everything delivered to you. Stay in your house. COVID was never over, but now it's worse again. And if we keep kind of just ignoring it, hoping it's going to go away and not being careful, then it's never going to go away. We actually have to be responsible for our own actions and do the right thing, no matter what some foolish people will say otherwise. You know, we are back in the Ebonheart Pack. We are actually on Ash Mountain, which by the sounds of it is erupting a lot stronger than Red Mountain does in the game. It's got like a thunderstorm sound to it. I don't know if Ash Mountain's always this active, or if this is an actual eruption happening. I actually don't know a lot of lore around Ash Mountain. Outside this game, I've never actually heard of it. Red Mountain, we've heard of. Red Mountain's the big one that happens around like Skyrim, just before Skyrim. Well, your actions in Morrowind has bad consequences that sets off Red Mountain around Oblivion area, just before Oblivion area, which causes massive destruction to Morrowind, especially around Vardenville, where the volcano is located, and it causes the immigration of the Dark Elves outside of Morrowind. Ash Mountain, I don't know, but it does appear to be at least in the depths of eruption, unless it's always like this because it's called Ash Mountain, and these are the Ashlanders, and the area is kind of always ashy. And it just erupts like this nonstop. Okay. So it doesn't look like we have a harborage mission yet. If one pops up, we'll go to it. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing over here. What is this? A Raven launching Empire. So our next mission is on top of Ash Mountain. Whatever. How the frick did I get up there? There's like no roads. He is near a road. Okay, so I need to make it to the other side of Ash Mountain and find the road. Oh, right. Daedra. Forgot there's a bunch of Daedra all over here. I thought that was someone summoned. What? Stupid lizard. Where'd that other fireball come from? I swear it was a fireball that wasn't mine, just came flying down. Albeit, all this red lava and stuff is very acidic. The way? I hope I'm heading towards it. Sharks apparently aren't bothered by lava. He's like neck deep in that. Scam. Yeah, clan of beer. Go away. More scamps. A lot of Daedric stairs all over this mountain. I don't know if it was made by the Daedra or Dunmer worship with the Daedra. That's a Mullig Ball sign up there. I believe that's where we just had a mission. So I'm going to be heading sort of this way. Can I go down the mountainside without falling to my death? I thought my little Dunmer Skidler looking thing was a monster rushing at me. I'm either gonna get stuck, fall to my death, or make it. I think I can actually make this without dying. Sliding down the mountains. Hey, I think I made the road. No, I did not make the. Oh, I made sort of the road. There's a road over the caldera. This? No, it's not the tip. That's the tip up there. Just over a giant lava hole. Well, I guess if you chose a place to hang out that was very noisy, this is very kind of nice, cool looking with all the red. Good people, pack soldiers. See a portal. Lost in ash.
You've done the impossible. I was wise to see the stone in your spirit. Then again, I'm known for being wise.
What did we put away? I don't remember what we did last. I know we put the giant stone, bone golem down. Was it the last thing we did? That may be the last thing we did. We defeated him together.
Yes, Boreth is defeated.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Argonians, Dunmer, and Nords working together. One might almost think we had formed a pact.
I get it. Dagon Morag.
Victory is like a cooling rain, yes, but still the storm rages on.
What would you have me do?
Boreth is bound, but the Covenant still threatens the Ashlands. We've received word that a major offensive has washed up on shore to the west of Evenhart. Pact and Covenant troops now fight to hold the land coral maze that is Vivek's antlers.
Vivek's
The
antlers?
Dark Elves see the coral as a gift from their living god Vivek. He saved them, they say, in the Akaviri War. Now that does not matter. The Pact military could use your skill and prowess in their fight. Go well along the river, my friend.
You too. I'll make for Vivek's antlers. This one. Back to the road. Go this way to the main road. Whatever those big mushrooms are, like the ash a lot. When I hit this area, I want to go right, but there's also this city down here, Evanhart. I could pass through Evanhart. I could go the long way and go into Evanhart. I feel like I should go the long way and then into Evanhart and then left. Just in case there's any extra missions. Those bugs are loud. Also, I don't know, the waypoint here just looks bigger than normal, maybe it's because it's on a hill.
The pain of losing him once was unbearable. I can't lose him again.
Am I supposed to be doing a mission for you I don't remember? Talk to Shirasi at the farm near Kingdomore. Well, that's way out there. Okay, we're heading down away from Ash Mountain. We're getting to see a little more green and color. I wanted to go... There's also whatever the heck this is. It also looks like the tip of another volcano. Just on the map it is. Well, we'll head this way towards the Fort Erin way shrine. There's probably Fort Erin up there or something. And if we don't ever get sent up to that little hole before we're sent up north, we'll go up to whatever that is up there. I'm assuming that's Fort Erin we're walking by. That's a big old fort. It's not even on my map. Oh, it's those walls right there. Okay. Merchant, I'm sure I have tons for you.
The road is long. Best
God, your horse
stock up
vanished.
while you can, eh? Never know when you'll have another chance.
Intimidate. If you don't give me all your coin, you'll have another chance. Holy cow. You just ride out and steal all his money. Kind of rude. I mean, unless you're a thief. Increases desire. Okay. Wow, some money. I'm at 4,000, almost 5,000 gold. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even check if that one was good. Oh well. We'll assume it wasn't that great. Okay, you go back to brushing your horses. I have stuff to check out. Oh, that is good. Ignore that I just took out my weapon, sir. None of that is better. That's better. You can't actually see it. What the heck? It goes below my actual clothes. Okay, whatever. This has good on max and health with bad magic recovery. This ups the magicka and resistance, but magic recovery, like how bad compared to what I have? Down by less than 100, ups 3,000. Oh wait, those are greaves. Hello. That's heavy. Okay, yeah, I don't need to get this stuff then. Heavy neck Bob's engagement chain. Oh, thank you. Oh, follows the neck. The neck? I don't know if I'm supposed to be taking this somewhere or if this is something I got. Who knows? It's just so crap. Not gonna point. That's pre-baked. They're summoning. Speaking of, our little monster is about. I think he's about out. I almost kind of miss his annoyingness. Oh, it's not a mod. Okay. Come here, you.
The road is long, Beth.
Sell that. Sell that. These two. Get this. Yeah, whatever. That. That's really all I got for you. No, I could do for her, actually. Since she's a Mage's Guild, I could put this right here. So, just on it in case we need to. When we're on Mage's Guild missions or something, we can dress as one. Turn on, thank you. I have a mission popped up. Oh, there's a boss up here. I haven't taken on any bosses, but I don't think I'm strong enough for those bosses. The one time I took them on, a long time ago, they wiped the floor with me, and I was pretty decent level in the 20s. And that was the one...
soldiers are waiting to the north. Tread carefully. Stranger, I'm surprised to see any friendly faces out here. Did you meet any Covenant soldiers on the road?
Is something wrong?
There's a small force of Covenant soldiers in a camp to the northwest. I can feel it in my bones. They're planning a flanking attack. I need to get back to Fort Arend and ready the recruits there for a possible skirmish.
I could scout the camp. What should I look for?
Sure as bones you're a brave one. If you can make it out alive, put steel or spell to the commanders in the encampment. They're the ones most likely to have a copy of their orders. Then head for the gates of the fort.
I'll meet you at Fort Arend with the orders.
Travel to the northwest and look for Covenant activity. Find out why they're here and what they're planning. Go swiftly and go carefully.
What can you tell me about Fort Arend?
We train troops and store provisions here. Why the Dark Elves built a fort against the mountains, I'll never know. What's it protecting? The mountains? Dunmer. I'll never understand them.
I mean, it's a good defensive spot if you're pushed back into a corner. No one's going to attack you from the mountains. Is this stealing if I get your stuff? What's it do? What is this? Oh, it's a person. I just assumed that was a Covenant person you just killed. See, Packard, where am I going? Oh, we're going to that spot. What just happened to my scans and stuff? Oh, putting them away makes them go. Well, that's a poor choice. Okay, I'm gonna have to rearrange things real quick. Skills. Matrix summoning. What do I have up here? I have to recolor all my clothes, so just throw down half of what 8 told. Okay, let's see here. This is the ground spell. This is a force pulse. $650, $672. We will assign that here. Well, no, we'll assign that here. And then we'll leave the scamp in the other one. So let's go back to my destruction staff. And change over. So we have winged highlights. All health familiar. Oh wait, was there a destruction staff element? Oh no, I don't have that yet. Okay, I guess we'll leave it at that for now. Oh wait, I want to switch over to my main. So wait, L1 does summon something. I kind of like the help that gives me. General Siren's orders.
Pride of the Lion.
I see something over there I want.
Burn it!
What the heck is this?
Light it up!
It's like chopping wood. But something's more important than that. We found a sky shard. Oh, hello. Good to see you. Why do you have a boss song and why are you so strong? Holy cow. What's above? Okay, so we need to keep going up then. So above is above. This way maybe? See a little sneakier in our bright colors. I don't think we can go that way. You wouldn't be able to carry me, you little volatile familiar, would you? Huh. Yeah. I was below. Went too high. Ow, what's that? I wasn't gonna fight y'all, but y'all got me first. Oh, that did not hurt as much as I thought it would. Like, not at all. Might as well say I had to levitate. Okay, got all the orders. Nobody left. Our little friend here taking care of whoever lives up there, which is nice.
Davon's watch would have been overrun if you hadn't been there.
Whoop, he did.
Captain Hyom.
What happened?
I'm not sure. I saw the captain approaching, then felt a sharp pain in my head. I think I heard a footfall behind me before I went down. When I came to, he was dead, and our attacker was gone.
These Covenant plans speak of assassins infiltrating the fort.
Assassins? Captain Lari should see this. She's in the command post, the largest building in the fort. Report to her, and I'll spread the word to the other troops in the fort. We need everyone on guard and watching their backs.
Yep, just ignore me, Daedra Pet, please. Daedric Pet? I wonder if I should have just stuck this one. Whatever, I can always rebuild. I didn't know that switching between freaking things would turn off summons. Where am I going? I'm going to assume this place is safe enough to do this in. For now. Well, you know, now that I think of it, I'm not, you know, part of it's like, yeah, we got the mountains behind us, but if someone got into the mountains, that's a great archery spot. You could just park 1,000 archers up there and just rain arrows in the spot. Unless you were the one with the archers up there. Excuse me, holy cow. Pack soldier, Captain Liari.
Well met, my fine fellow. I am Captain Lari, commander of the forces stationed at Fort Arend. We're primarily a training outpost. I had to put the recruits on alert with all these Covenant troops nearby. What do you have there?
Captain Hyom sent me to retrieve these plans from the enemy. When I returned, I found him dead.
No. Dumak, take those fetches. Hjolm, my best officer, is dead, and these plans say Aknara is here. Of course, we're not prepared for Aknara. Not even slightly, traveler. Let's talk.
I don't know what that means.
These Swit assassins are stealthy and dangerous. They'll probably be practically invisible with all the places to hide in here. We need to shed some light on this situation. I have just the thing. Blinding light flasks.
Ooh, hold on, guys. I'm dropping my pillows. Where can I get some?
The flasks are upstairs. Use them near the walls of the fort. I expect the killers will be lurking there. Strikes from Shadows is leading a group of our more experienced troops. Meet up with him at the tower to the east when you're done.
Any assassins I find, I'll kill.
Flan, you'll find the flasks of blinding light upstairs. Use them to reveal the assassin infiltrators. Put an end to their plans.
What is Flaw? I've never heard that before. Out of anybody's mouth, not just a dumber. What can you tell me about the fort?
Fort Arend was built a long time ago, atop a set of Daedric ruins. I think the ruins were a prison for some fetching Daedra. Bevek, who can keep track of all that ancient lore? The fort is out of the way, so we use it to train troops.
What do you know about Aknara?
A few years back, a fetching big Aldmeri army
Is fetching a curse?
They sacked a town and established some fortifications. They sent messages home, and the elves sent a shipload of reinforcements. The Red Guards were quaking in their boots.
Did the reinforcements arrive?
Not as such, Fla. The Dominion made a mistake, you see. They took captives from a Red Guard ship they managed to get offshore from their new holdings. That night, one of the Red Guards broke free and murdered every lost elf aboard.
Akara?
That's what they say, Fla. Over the next few days, a bunch of Aldmeri troops in the fort disappeared. A Red Guard army rolled up to the fort, but didn't attack. It just sat there, stopping the Aldmeri from escaping Agnara's venom.
Interesting. Guess we're going into battle. Let's shoot in the third person. Thing about this, I think this is closest. I don't have an actual map of the fort, so I can't see where I'm going on the map. This is the closest I can get on the map. Yeah. Looks like over here somewhere, and there's a dead soldier. Sorry. So are the enemies getting incredibly stronger than they used to be? Like, incredibly stronger. I don't have any shoulders. I don't have any pauldrons. Chattering in my ear, you weird little demon. I will hear a lot less growly than your bro. Crit. A mountain helps. The guard like rode up here and didn't do anything. You two were also kind of pointless. Above. What do you up there? This way. Below. Oh, okay. What? Give your mind. Okay. What is this? Investigate the Eastern Tower. Ah. This soldier has several stab wounds on her back and neck. The assassins must have ambushed her. Someone ran across the floor and used a trapdoor in the corner. Strikes from shadows may be down there. Strikes from shadows. It sounds like an Argonian name. Are there a Argonian working for the Covenant? I mean, I guess so. Or is she one of us?
Are the assassins now feeding the earth with their blood and bone?
Don't worry, they're dead now. Where were you? Were you attacked upstairs?
I was ambushed. Warm blood assassins do that. They hoped I wouldn't reach these tunnels and discover the roots of Aknara's plan. They died with that hope unfulfilled.
What is she planning?
You'll notice many Covenant troops about. I'd bet my birth mud she's opened the reinforced cap that sealed these tunnels. Clearly, she plans to lead an army into the fort from below.
How do we stop an army?
Long ago, this place was built to imprison Daedra. See that floor plate below the door you came through? There are 5 of those. When they're all active, a barrier will rise and imprison those within.
Won't we be trapped inside?
No. There's an exit to the surface behind the final plate. I activated the first one. Activate 3 more on the way to the last chamber. Then meet me by the final plate.
Yes, sir.
I've heard the stories about Aknara, but she's a Redguard, not a Daedra.
Oh, these guys are so much easier than the ones outside. It looks like these are just military boys. Learn to block, there, the lizard. Fisherman. Don't be making weird, disturbing, moaning noises in my ear, please. Oh, that was for restoration staff. No, thank you. Excuse me, sorry. This way to my left, then. She's singing. Oh. One last plate. One last plate. Ooh, I didn't see. So does my fire floor slow down? Did I miss that? It does. It erupts. Ah, we have a warden in the area. Not bad. So all those worth going this way. I need all the XP I can get. Oh. We went the wrong way, I think. Oh, this is the last one.
Aknara ambushed us. She used a flask of blinding light to stun us, then ran back through the door behind me. Were you able to activate the plates?
Yes.
Good. I'll activate this last one. Once I do, the other barriers on all 5 will harden like a shell. While I do this, you must slay Aknara before she slithers away again.
And leave you behind?
Bayam chased after Aknara. He'll need your help more than I do. Look for him. I'm sure he's wounded, if not dead. Once this is done, use the trapdoor atop the bluff. It leads to the command post below.
One moment. Sorry, apparently you got into a boss fight. One moment in a minute. Didn't expect that. I like how that T dies. Okay. Use the trapdoor. Okay, there's a good person here. One moment. I'll be test. Test. Okay, still plugged in. Looks like our friend made it out. The Argonian mage. There. I guess I don't steal. Hello, random person who was not weirded out by my trapdoor arrival. Where the heck am I going? Oh, above. I need to go upstairs. Did I just come down from above? How did I come down from above into the bottom? I have physics issue.
Have you dispatched Aknara? That piece of Enchao?
She's got a mouth on her. And Nara's dead.
Ha! My fine Falar. Well done. I'll see your name is not forgotten. Aknara, however, will be forgotten. The Dunmer reshape history to serve their needs. I'll remove any mention of her actions here, and I'll purge all records of that vile assassin.
That's, different, but okay. I also apparently got her socks.
Honor
Why
to
did you
you
have
and
her
your
socks?
house, Falar. For all you've done, there's nothing I can do to repay you.
What can you tell me about the fort?
Fort Orange was built a long time ago, atop a set of Daedric ruins. I think the ruins were a prison for some fetching Daedric.
We already know all that. I don't know why that wasn't all yellowed out then. Let's see, I got some feet. Medium. Did I also get some hands? I got something else. Oh, one of these. Down on stamina, but up on everything magic, which is good. And it actually shows up. Let's see this. That's really everything. Okay. To find something someone to sell stuff to. Any merchants in town? Are you a merchant by any chance? Ooh, you look like one. Card. Can I talk to you now? Merchants. Just troop supplies, I guess. Okay, where have I gone? I need to go to my left and then south. Oh, there's a delve, Mephalla's nest. I think that's where I was hunting down those axe holders. Mephala. Mephalla's a Daedra, right? Is that the spider one? I don't know. I want to say that's the spider Daedra. Let's get this thing. Way shrine up here. Is that what this ruin is? Is this ruin the way shrine? Weird place to have nobody. Oh, I made it back to the road. It was right off the road. I could have just went down it. You can see there's still some ashy areas where the grass is gray because of ashlands, but it's getting a lot more green as we get further away from Ash Mountain, which is all the way back here. But there's another volcano over here. That way. It's not as active as Ash Mountain, if at all, by the looks of it. Ash Mountain's all the way back that way. You can even see it through all the ash, I think. Is that it? That's it. What was that noise? What's this? This looks like a production. Guessing the noise is waterfall. Maybe the protection person fell down the waterfall. It's not stealing if it doesn't count like it. Do I have backup fan on for some reason? weird. Yeah. I like how in this game, dueling between pack soldiers is stabbing each other repeatedly.
There you are, Vestige. Come to the harborage. We must speak.
Oh, looks like we have a harborage speech. We'll go to him here soon.
Have we been led into air? The three keep you, traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart?
Heresy? What are you talking about?
The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Olmalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelith.
What kind of smell, and why were the beasts so angry?
I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell Disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith.
Ah, we're going to be introduced to the three living divines of the Dunmer of Balderfell. Now, this was like an Ashlander. Ashlanders normally don't worship the three living gods because they're quite aware that the three living gods have only been here for like a few hundred years. And that they were not Dunmer, but, darn it, I forget the name. Well, Dunmer were before the whole god thing happened. I'll see what I can do.
I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines.
Kyber.
Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is.
You said heresy. Have you upset the three?
I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears, the rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
Ah, you've arrived. There's much to do.
Random person? Do I know you?
I've got a message for you.
Message for who?
It's a message from Drathus Othra, the leader of the Dark Elf quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion.
Does he need me to fight?
No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othra.
I'll see what I can do. We will be more involved in, let's seek Vivek's blessing before we go off into Ebonheart. I mean the Harborage. But anyway, we'll be more involved in Vivek and the three in, when we get to Vardenfell. I think they all live in Vardenfell. But at least Vivek City is there. Oh, Vardenfell, right? I'm not freaking up that name too bad. Where do we go? Vardenfell, yeah. One of my offline characters was actually out there because I figured out that if you skip the intro, like skip the first prologue mission, excuse me, you'll end up in Vardenfell right off. Pile of offal examine. Why is there a pile of poop down there? That's what that is, right? That was Vivek. He looks different. Oh, a servant of Vivek.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me.
Disciple Sildris is wondering why the tribunal is silent.
Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question Sildris asked was not the one in his heart.
What was the question in his heart?
A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildris's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivek's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivek beyond these?
Who is Vivek?
Vivek is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind?
If you ever read Vivek's, if we ever read Vivek's messed up history of himself, you'll know I laughed at Spear, but I'll leave it at that. You seem surprised I asked.
The sermons of Vivek are beside every bed. Vivek's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes this people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivek, for Vivek would have it so.
Oh, whatever. Okay, I need to go to the shrine on the other side of the city. Wow, I didn't mean to go that far out. So it seems if this city has 3 tribunal worship areas, they're probably part of the tribunal that's from Vardenfell. They may or may not even be Ashlanders, technically. They may be, like, on the Vardenfell area. They said their houses. Was that you making that gross-ass noise, or was that one of the Dunmer making that gross noise? Hey, chicken. Okay. We'll go into Vardenfell with our Dunmer here when we get to that. It's later on in the story. Technically part of a DLC pack. Servant of Almalexia.
My Lady Almalexia bids you carry a message to Disciple Sildris.
What is this message?
The Tribunal does not abandon their people. Just as a parent shelters children from dangers they cannot comprehend, the 3 shelter the Dunmer from threats beyond their ken.
Is there anything more?
Tell him that my lady is mindful of his doubt and fear. There is no shame in either, so long as he helps others bear their burdens. By helping others, his fears will be allayed. But if he spreads his despair, my lady will chastise him.
No, not chastise. Who is Almalexia?
You are the child whose soul was stolen. My lady is concerned for you. Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the Tribunal.
That can't be all.
I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself.
Where's the road? You don't have a road to your shrine, lady. I literally just jumped down here. Probably swim across to go up there. I nailed it. One thing about the monsters in this game and all the villains. Nothing, just don't fish me out of the river. Rude. Need moon?
Hold a knife one way, it cuts through an onion. Hold it another way, and it cuts through 3 orcs in no time flat. Screams, carnage. Sorry, what can I get you?
I have more stories like that, please. Actually, I asked to sell that. I haven't tried that yet. We'll see if I can use that. Okay, pauldrons. This hammer. I have so many glyphs. Do I have anything I can actually? Well, first let's go see if I can use this. No. It says reduce spell cost, but it does absolutely nothing. See if I can actually enchant it something better. Feet cost. That's both gonna be 21, but since I don't use feet, I wonder if I could just sell that separately. Also, can I cook? All those ingredients are nothing to cook.
Hold a knife.
Stamina drinks. Health, feet. This thing, and I think we're good. There was a way up, right? Oh, there it is. And oh, all the way up there on that island? Holy cow. Okay, we're gonna go through the city. Ignore everybody trying to talk to us almost. We'll be back to this city after we do some harborage missions. That's not the entrance to the city, is it? No. Ooh, that reminds me. Is there anywhere to do outfit station? Outfit station, the mage. Cool. So a mage. We'll go to that.
You're the hero of Ash Mountain, the slayer of Balrath.
Skill trader. No drinkers here. Like that. Okay. Let's turn on this way shrine. Except the guild. That's not the guild. The guild's to my right. This is the guild? Wow. Not a huge presence here. Where is the outfit thingy? Right there. Hello, She. What's up? Okay. Okay, we're all set up. I'm not sure about the risk, but actually I kind of like it like that. Okay, so we are heading... Fish. Oh, this is turned into an Argonian city. The heck? That's quite jarring difference between the two cities. The Vex Shrine, I mean, oh, the Sotha Sil, right? This is Sotha Sil Shrine we're going to. Sotha Sil Shrine all the way out here in the Argonian territory. I don't even have a bridge to it. Okay, this is walkable.
Speak.
Still just wants to know if the tribunal hears his prayers.
All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged.
Are you saying Silver still doesn't care?
Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the master feels it. But the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear.
Well, that was poetic for the cog person and not the poetry. Who is Silthasil?
Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City. An architect of time and a binder of oblivion. One who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy?
No.
Good. Seek. Learn. When you are prepared, find the master. He will be interested to hear your conclusions.
Okay. That's not stepped in the burning poop. Where's this disciple at? He's inside the city, and apparently I found the deep area to swim through. Why not? Giant.
You're not welcome here, Dark Elf.
Are they talking to me? How rude. But also interesting. Don't always get that in this game where they're actually knowledgeable of your race. You get that in the other games, so I was always people calling you Cat. So it's nice to hear it pop up in this game once in a while, so it's actually kind of a big deal. Yes, this is tribunal armor. We've seen these before. I think someone was wearing something like that up in our other character, our orc lady. We are at we're just at about an hour. Wow, we've done a lot in an hour.
I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power I've not felt myself for many years.
I am to comfort you. Alexia protects us. She relies on you to aid her children.
I see. I hadn't considered there might be threats more grave than the Covenant invasion. You would think, given all we know of the treachery of Cold Harbor, that I would see that. What of Sothasil?
His messenger said he knows you are strong enough to bear your tasks.
I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. I dread asking this, but what of Lord Vivek?
He said not to worry about your true concern. That is not what he once was.
Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivek is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the Tribunal are losing their powers.
Did this Dark Elf have any proof?
Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mounting on Vardenfell, and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it.
What is this Dark Elf's name?
His name is Ravil Urano. He hasn't come to pray for days now. He was in such despair. I think he'd even stopped bathing. The last time I saw him, he smelled terrible, like fresh offal.
Interesting. The beasts surrounding the shrines were drawn by piles of offal.
What? Have I been a fool?
Yes.
I questioned my faith for the flimsiest of reasons and caused others to question theirs. I have much to do to correct my failure. I wish I knew why Ravil Urano's doubting words were so compelling.
Interesting.
Watch the little adepts play at sorcery. This one thinks they will make good members of the Mages Guild one day.
Wow, Khajiit Mage. You don't see a lot of those, though there is a big one in Skyrim. Did someone die? I don't remember. Mystic. We had to convince the Nords here, but first we were called back to the Arbridge, which we should be able to Wayshriner directly to. I don't know how we can Wayshrine to it, but we're going to assume that it's the Prophet's powers. I think last time we were at the Arbridge, we rescued... Lyris. I think that was the last thing we did. I always forget how good the Arbridge looks in Barden, or not Bardenfell, but Morrowind, wherever we are. Because I'm so used to the one over in the Somerset Isles, and it's just a cave. This is a big old Dunmer Ball ruin. Just play a lute.
God, you are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely.
There's something wrong, Prophet.
Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, I will need your help, Vestige.
What can I do?
Though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Davon's watch. Fear is on the lips of the people. Darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Manamako.
Davon's watch. I have to go to Somerset Isles as a Dark Elf? That's not yours, but okay. How can that help us?
If it is truly an agent of Manamako's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents.
So just heads up, if I go to Somerset Isles, missions I'm doing with my Gajit may pop up. We'll ignore all those. How can I find this agent?
Venture to Davon's watch. Speak to Fedwira Lauren at the market, or Okia the beggar. Lyris first heard murmurs of trouble lurking in the shadows from them. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
I'll find something and return. Davon's watch is Somerset, right? Am I wrong? What is Davon's watch? Oh, this is Davon's watch. Okay, no, never mind. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I thought Davon's watch was Somerset. I honestly don't remember this mission on any of the versions of this I played. I'm sure there's someone like this in the other one, I just don't remember it. Wait, why did I travel to Davon's Watch? I was right next to Davon's Watch, aren't I? Oh, I'm special. That's 81 gold down the drain.
Watch those weapons.
What, my staff? This one's got cake. Excuse my coughing. I'm trying to mute it when I cough. Sometimes it just comes out. What is that he was riding? It looked like a Pokemon. Do you think that was a Gajit or just a line?
Since the war began, the market has never been busier.
Have you noticed anyone strange lurking about?
Let me think. Ah, yes. Imperial fellow. Tall, brusque, rather boorish. He pushed me while I was haggling at the market. Scurried off toward the east end of town when I tried to have words with him. Typical.
You're very fortunate. He's a dangerous criminal that prowls upon attractive ladies like yourself.
You're very sweet to say that. He scurried off in the direction of the stables, if that's any help to you. And he was with another man. Deathly pale with deep-set eyes. Gave me the chills, that one did.
So Imperial and Pale guy. So I'm assuming we're talking about Admiral Thorn and Metamarco.
I wasn't going to ask you for coin. I'm no beggar. I prefer to sleep out here where it's warm.
Have you noticed anything strange?
Come to think of it, there was some out-of-towner mucking about in the abandoned stable last night. I didn't pry. None of my business. Also, he was armed. I'm no fool.
Can you tell me anything else?
Nothing else to tell, I'm afraid. It all happened rather quickly.
Well, I can't intimidate him because I'm not that kind of person. Crow's Wood. Search abandoned stall. Floors are cute. Sure, the cellar? What kind of freaking stall has a cellar? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I do remember this mission. It just looks different in Somerset. Ow! What the frick? Wait for that to wear off. The undead. I didn't even move that heals me. This has to be the only character I have that doesn't have a self-healing move. Or not. He's chilling. Okay. Oh, he has special power. I'm outside of its effect. I shouldn't be going slow.
How dare you trespass here!
Wait, what the hell? I switch over to that. I remember hitting that button.
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me?
Oh, Abner Thorn.
This is Abner Thorn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately.
Who, me?
Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident?
Forgive me, Lord, but I heard something that might be of interest to you.
Well, out with it. I don't have all day. Your disguise is terrible, by the way. You look like a character from a bad adventure novel.
Someone has been asking the locals about a Redguard named Sai Sahan.
Are they? I didn't think that Redguard has-been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Never fear. Sai Sahan is safely locked away. Even if they were to discover his location, attempting a rescue would be suicide.
Do you know where he is?
Of course I do. But I'm not in the habit of revealing vital secrets to insipid lackeys. Now be gone. And if you contact me again without good reason, I shall contact your cell commander and have you properly thrashed for your ineptitude.
Thank you, my lord. I actually never did that. Usually I just reveal who I am. Aldemon's journal. A strange request indeed. I was on my evening stroll having a bite to eat in the back alley when I noticed that an imperial neck I feasted upon was for a golden medallion. Excuse me? He was eating people. I recognized the trinket at once as the seal of the cult of the Black Worm. While I considered this, I heard the dull whack of a blunt object hitting my flesh and bone in my world of black. I awoke in a cave, bound to a chair, my head throbbing with bittersweet pain. A number of hooded cultists surrounded me, each with the unmistakable gleam of murder in his eyes. I quite liked them. One of the cultists seemed different from the others, and I recognized him as their leader almost immediately. He had a cold yet calm demeanor, and seemed completely unafraid of me. He introduced himself as Abner Thorn. He was somewhat displeased that I... turn pages. Had made my evening meal on one of his most loyal guards. Normally, he explained, I would have been discorporated for such an infraction. But he said he liked my style, my violent proclivities. He said he saw a lot of promise in me, and would like to propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. If I agreed to join the Worm cult, I would replace this agent. I would reside in a conveniently placed underground lair within the city limits, which would assure me a continued stream of meals, along with a virtually unlimited supply of black soul gems. The agreement did sound promising, but just to play Daedra active, I asked what my alternative might be. In answer, Tharn opened a portal of Cold Harbor right at my feet. My chair began to teeter, and the screams of the dam filled my ears. Lovely to listen to, but not something I wish to experience firsthand. Needless to say, I chose servitude. Now I while away my days guarding this wretched cavern while prowling the city streets after dusk. Not a bad existence. In fact, I've begun to take up the study of necromancy. At some point, perhaps Tharn will consent to teaching me the finger points himself. Time will tell. And I have all the time in the world, don't I? Are we a vampire? I think he was a vampire. I thought he was a cannibal, but if he has all the time in the world, he's definitely a vampire. How do I get out of here? This is like an old mine shaft. It opens an old mine shaft or something. Is there anything to take from here? No, I can't even access anything. Oh, I can access these. Echia-berries. Echia-berries? I don't know how to pronounce it. I forgot that was there. Notice. I don't fill up my stuff with too much food because some of it I can't even use yet. That's what I should do is look through the list of ingredients I have at the next cooking pot, and anything I can't cook I should just dump. Okay. I need to go back to the harborage, right? What do I need to do next? Okay, yeah, I need to return back to the harborage, which is to my east. Did I get anything interesting off of anything already? I thought I got clothes. There it is. Yep, and now I have to recolor these. Not too off my color. Is that all I got? Yep. Let's go back to the Mages Guild.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Oh, are you the one about the,
Greetings to you.
No, thank you. My orc lady will take care of that DLC when it comes around. In fact, I think I've already collected it.
What is it?
I'm not looking for the outfit station, jeez. Down here, probably. To my left. Right there. Interesting. So if I have a companion, I can actually, better. Everybody else is taken care of, yep. Oh, well, shoot. Oh, I didn't exit, okay. Excuse me. What was that noise? Going the wrong way. We get out of the city. Is this out of the city? That's someone really growly. Landspear, maybe? It's like a freaking dragon. Who's got a dragon? Make the head east.
Hold, adventurer!
Nope.
You're the one I seek.
No, I'm not. Actually, hers will probably end up doing, yeah, depending on what it is. Skyrim's going to be a little off. I may or may not do it with her, because technically it should be. What's it telling me to go back in town? Ghosts should not pose a threat to me. Lava always poses a threat to me. I guess I could have just teleported it to the friggin' harborage. I don't know what I was thinking. Idiot. As I said, we're only going to do one Arbridge mission a stream, so if he pops back up, we'll do it next time. Don't overdo it with him.
You've returned. What have you found?
The cultists use orbs like this one to communicate. I spoke to Abner Thorn.
Abner Thorn shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Good luck.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Thorn.
Well, why do you dislike Thorn so much?
Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions?
He showed me a vision about them, but I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell.
Tell about the
We
5
were
companions.
chosen by Emperor Varen to join him on a quest to recover a lost artifact called the Amulet of Kings. The 5 included Varen, myself, a Red Guard named Sai Sahan, Abner Thorn, and the traitor Manimarco.
Tell me more about Metamarco?
You only know him as the man who killed you and stole your soul. But back then, he was Emperor Varen's most trusted advisor. It was Metamarco who convinced Varen to search for the Amulet of Kings.
Why would Varen need the amulet?
Varen wasn't a true Dragonborn Emperor. He didn't share Alessia's bloodline. Metamarco said the amulet could change all that. He said he could use it to perform a ritual that would turn Varen into a true Dragonborn.
What happened next?
It took us more than 2 years. We finally recovered the amulet and returned to Cyrodiil to perform the ritual. Metamarco set us up. The ritual caused a violent explosion of magical energy. We lost Varen. Saisahan and I were declared outlaws.
What then?
Metamarco convinced the Elder Council to recognize Abner Tharn's daughter Clivia as Empress Regent. But Metamarco was the true power behind the throne. Saisahan and I went into hiding. There was a bounty on our heads.
Tell me about Abner Tharn.
Abner Tharn is Grand Chancellor of the Elder Council and Chief Advisor to his daughter, the Empress Regent. He is also Metamarco's toady.
Tharn didn't seem too happy reworking for the Worm Cult.
Tharn's first loyalty is to his family and the Empire, and he's a ruthless bastard when it comes to defending them. The Worm Cult obviously doesn't share those loyalties. Tharn would never trust them, but he's too much of a coward to betray them.
What if he got something out of it?
Maybe. But what could we offer him? He's already got more gold than the gods themselves. We were chosen by Emperor Varen to join him. You only know him as Varen wasn't a true... Well, the legend says that the Dragonfires were created from the blood of Akatosh and given to Saint Alessia. When a new emperor is crowned, they're supposed to relight them to prove that they're a true heir of Alessia, one of the Dragonborn.
I don't think this question is correct. It should be, how did you find the Amulet of Kings?
It took us more than 2 years.
Oh.
But we finally recovered. I
We've
know
heard
it's a lot
enough
to
all
take
that.
in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Saisahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.
Okay. Ooh, you gotta level up. Spellcasting armor. Just watching me clap in front of them. They're like, what the hell? What's her problem? We can actually upgrade the Storm Astronaut. Increases health and duration of the astronaut, or the astronaut gains a powerful area of effect attack. This will make it last longer. This one will make it stronger. Duration 25 seconds, 21 seconds, so it adds 3 seconds to it. I like the area effect tag. Yeah, we'll do that. A 3-second difference isn't going to be too much. So now it's the Storm Charge Astronaut 1. Okay. Charge. Anything here? No. Anything here? No. Red armor, location, reduces magic cost. That'll work. Okay then. Wait, I'm lost. Guys, how do I get out of here? Where's the exit? Yeah. Okay, we need to head back to this city and finish up what we're doing here. Excuse me, I'm going to scry on your back. Okay. Wait. Convince people not to be assholes. Okay, let's go convince people not to be assholes.
Fog is lifted, Vestige. The path before us has been revealed. It is both dark and twisted. Come to the harborage. We have an unexpected guest who demands your presence.
We'll do that next time we play as our Ashlander.
Desperate.
Someone's desperate. Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot of this. Those Nords know how to party.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers. Too bad. I bet a good mead would loosen your back ends enough for you to pull the sticks out of them.
Great.
I hear dark elves are milk.
Okay, you all say the same thing.
Honor for the pact, they says. Hardy ha. Well, well, aren't you a fancy lass? What do you want, elf? Come to complain about the daggers? Go hide behind your mother's skirt, not the Lord's.
Daggers we met over, we actually helped create them as our orc. They become bigger. Were you asked to help the Covenant soldiers? Wait. The daggers are part of the Covenant or part of the Pact. Why are they here?
Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses.
What if the soldiers attack Evanhart?
Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way.
Well, I will. What's the Nord way?
We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
Interesting. I'm going to actually get drunk. Will it actually work?
Try to put up a decent fight.
Whew. Good fight. We'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
I need more meat, and
Stop
I'll be right
breathing.
back.
That's the spirit. Bring one.
Trying to get the keg. Oh, where's that coming from?
Whoa, Saber Cat. Let's go back to drinking. I hear dark... I hear dark elves are milk. Ha ha ha! You could only be... This won't take long.
You guys are pretty strong.
All right, you got me. Say, not bad. Oh, good fight. You'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath and stop the bleeding and get another mead. You know how it is.
Nothing.
I hear dark elves.
Blackbriar Mead. Actually, we know that one from Skyrim. Damn it, is that all hold? Defeat Woodsawyer.
I hear dark elves. Ha ha! You're
I
clever,
didn't read
you
what I
are.
said.
Don't be timid. You're tougher than you look.
That wasn't as hard as the other one.
Good fight.
They all saying the same thing. More beer. More meat, I'm sorry.
I hear dark.
So where's this wood sawyer? Log roller. Wood sawyer? Guess I'm taking you on.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers.
Do you know how to fight with those axes,
Too
or can you
bad.
only beat up trees?
Are you asking for a challenge? Sure spoons. I thought today was going to be... This should be fun! I yield, friend. Good fight. Ah, you're a good drinking mate, friend. Come back and join us again sometime.
He actually says something different. Log rollers were the weakest. These damn wagon escorts, holy cow, almost killed me.
Well, not half bad, I'll give you that.
When is the drunk going to pass away? It's hurt my eyes. Will you fight to defend the rest of the town?
I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano.
Not like who?
Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever.
Why did he want you to leave?
Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since.
That does sound suspicious.
Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
I have, like, a warning of being attacked and the fighty stuff going on. Since the Argonians. Why do I have an attack warning? What is attacking me exactly? Maybe if I shirk away, it won't go away. Nope, still under attack. Not sure by what, though. Redoran Sentinel. House Redoran.
Honest merchant. Trust this one.
Cold up here. Active players. Oh, I'm going to the Argonian town down south. Okay, I know where I'm going. Who destroyed the Death Star? Inside the Capitol building, maybe?
So, Dark Elf, have you come to gloat about our hist? Are you its murderer? Speak.
What's wrong with your history?
It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out.
What can be done to save your hist?
The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mud crab meat wrapped in ash reed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away.
I'll collect some fertilizer for you.
If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our hist.
Who told you the Dark Elves are poisoning the hist?
Some of our people heard a Dark Elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat. That's not hard to believe.
Who is this Dark Elf?
Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a Dark Elf, especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh.
It sounds like none of the Argonians actually saw the dress, the boat, or the poison.
No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Drez think we're little more than animals, but the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy.
Why would the dress do
The
this?
Drez have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside
No
them in
more.
the council.
We do have a Dark Elf racist or baddie trying to, where's the door? Trying to, cause trouble, it looks like. So I need ashreed and mudcrab meat. Ashreed. There's a head crab. I mean mud crab. Like the party. Well. I'm assuming that's a crocodile and not an Argonian face skull up there.
What do you have there? We are allowing no one to approach the Hist, especially strangers claiming they wish to help us. We just caught a Dark Elf trying to poison the tree.
I only had the ingredients you asked for.
Your words smell fair, but tasting is proof. Let me see what you have there.
Crab meat and ashreeds.
Yes, I wrecked the spine of apology. While you were away, we caught a Dark Elf defiling our Hist. Please, apply the fertilizer you've gathered to the base of our Hist. As long as I'm with you, the guards will let you through.
Tell me more about the Dark Elf you caught.
One of our guards is escorting him to my lodge. He seems half mad. He was doing something to the tree, and apparently he is of House Drez.
Let's go. Where? Oh, this is our hist. That's a
You're
tiny
not
hist.
welcome here, Dark Elf.
He's done. Meet me back at my lodge.
What the fuck was that? Did y'all see a ghost? I saw a ghost.
I feel so hot. The mud outside was so cool. Could I go lie down in it?
It seems we have proof that the Drez are trying to murder our tree.
This is the Dark Elf you mentioned?
While you were gathering mud crab meat and reeds, the guards caught him trying to harm our hist. We can't get anything out of him but his name and house. Seems the rumors were true. House Drez is trying to murder our hist.
What was he doing to the hist? And by the way, yes, destroying a hist would be murder because hists are sentient trees. It's questionable of whether or not they're from Oblivion, but other than being very important to Argonians, helping them evolve to what they've been doing, they do have sentience. The one you see outside is super small, it's a baby.
Our tree. When the guard shouted at him, he dropped an empty bottle. Now he's very ill. The truth is as plain as the face of Masser.
That sounds like his sap poisoning, but okay. Let me speak to him.
You may do as you wish, but his mind is boiling. His words skitter like a mud crab in a pan. You will gather no moisture from this one.
I think you've been licking too much his sap.
It's all connected. They're all connected. They hide it from us. But I can see it now.
What were you doing at the hist?
What did I do? What did it do to me? I see. I feel. I'm awake. I touched it. It smelled like flowers and black earth. It tasted like rain and summer wind and the deepest green.
You tasted the tree? So some history, just to let y'all know, Argonians became Argonians by drinking the sap, but the sap is also hallucinogenic, and a lot of it can make you really sick. You tasted the tree?
He said the tree's sap would be better than skooma. He was right. He said the Argonians might be angry. Do you think they're angry? To me, they always look angry. It's the teeth.
You had a bottle. What was in it?
He gave me the bottle, said it was for the tree. I thought it was skooma. I tasted it. It was bad. I fed it to a lizard. He didn't like it either. He died. The bottle broke. How can I fill it with sap?
Someone encouraged you to do this, who?
I never saw him before. I asked him for coin to get more skooma. He was a Dunmer. Someone called him Braville? Weeville? Wabberjack?
Wabberjack.
Braville, that's it.
Ravel? I can't believe it. Ravel?
You recognize the name?
Ravel Urano claimed he saw House Drez poison our history. Then he gave a bottle to this tree-licking waste of flesh. I smell worm scat. Someone has been playing us for fools, and I no longer believe it's House Drez.
Okay. Apparently we're just gonna leave then. I hope y'all like the new only song that this plays. I'm not even an assassin and this just keeps going. I'm a big percussion guy, so I could listen to it all day, but kind of miss the peaceful songs of non-fighting in Elder Scrolls. It's weird. I can't think of the glitch that would cause a song just to go on, except for the fact that it still says I'm under attack. So it has to be related to that. The song is attached to that. Ooh, that's a fire.
Have our town's fortunes improved?
All Ebonheart is ready to defend the city.
That's a great relief. Well done. The Covenant troops haven't left their encampment to the west, but it's only a matter of time before our inactivity encourages them.
A dark elf named Ravel Urano has somehow involved each time.
I don't know this, Mer. Why would he cause so much trouble? Perhaps he's an agent of Sheogorath.
Oh god.
That's an unpleasant thought. The Daedra of Chaos is worse than any mere Covenant army. Can you aid me further?
Perhaps. What would you like me to do?
Ravel must have a house in town. I'd like you to find it and watch him. I'd like to see myself, but I'm sure he'll recognize me. So I'll need to cast a spell on you.
What kind of spell?
Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you.
Very well. Cast your spell.
Search for Ravel's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now.
That was a very unflashy spell. Is it outside the wall or inside the wall? Inside the wall. Over by the way shrine, he gets a lot of traffic.
There he is. Let's follow him.
I don't know. This is one of those missions. If I get too close, it'll do bad things. Why is there a regular clan fear?
Hey,
Just
Ravel, no waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
a lot of tater on here, but I guess it makes sense in the Dunmer area.
Look here. He said fancy salt was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
Ignore my giant Daedra behind me. It's the only thing following you. Oop, someone detected me. Apparently he doesn't care.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
You went into that shack. Wait for him to leave. He's out. That was fast. Try to get inside that shack.
Oh, it's wide open.
A communication spell. Let's see who Ravil called.
Oh, what now, Ravil? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravil's work. Such a waste of my time.
Oh. I think a couple of scamps are gonna take me out. Oh, search his house. Okay.
That woman wore a Covenant uniform.
I do believe you have a traitor.
Ravil must be working for the enemy. Go to his house and see what you can find. I'll send my guards.
Working for the governor, you think this wouldn't be a problem? Really? Get that last one? Holy cow.
What are you doing here?
Oh.
You won't take me. Cornell gave me potions.
Potions? You're dead. Okay. Well, I guess he's not going to bother anybody else. Justice was done quite quickly.
The guards heard fighting. I assume you found more inside than just evidence?
Ravil attacked me. I had to kill him.
Having him alive might have been useful, but having him dead is just as good. The ritual items in the shack on the docks and his belongings might tell us something more. I'll shed no tears over the death of that traitor Ravil. He caused us so much grief, and for what? A few gold coins from the Covenant.
Okay. We got upgraded. Stamina goes down, that doesn't really matter. Everything else goes up. Looks like we're changing clothes. Oh my god, it thinks we're in duck combat. How do I remedy this? Not recalling combat. Okay. I'm actually stuck because it thinks I'm in combat. If this crashes the game, I'm sorry. I may call it a day if it crashes it. I've been here about 2 hours now. Oh my god, it thinks that means. Actually, don't know how to set this, so we'll do that. What I call it. Unstuck command not working during combat is actually a really bad choice, by the way. Apparently there's a freaking whatever. Okay, so where are we on time actually? 2 hours. Well, I'm kind of stuck.
Ah, my business partner. I've located another rare and valuable vintage here in Ebonheart. Are you willing to acquire it for me?
Sure.
There's a bottle of white gold tower here in Ebonheart. The war wizard who owns it retired to this town and opened an inn. Phadrasa Andrethi took the bottle off the battlefield. Now it's gathering dust in her private reserve.
Who is she?
She was a decorated soldier in the Ebonheart Pact. Now she tends to guest at the Ebony Flask. Her Nightflower servants probably know her best. If you want to know how to get that bottle, talk to one. Just let me know what I can do to help.
Can you tell me about this wizard?
She used to serve in the Morrowind army as a war wizard. I think the explosions were too much for her. After she retired from service, she opened the Ebony Flask with Darvinil Sarvel.
Any advice where I should start?
Not exactly, but then again, that's your side of this business, isn't it? My only advice is to talk to the Nightflowers at the inn. In their line of work, they learn all the best secrets. Just let me know what I can do to help.
You did all you could, apparently.
Staying in Ebonheart long, Sayo? I'm sure I could make your stay more pleasant.
Oh my. Can you tell me more of your mistress?
Lady Fedrossa. I don't care for her, actually, but the money here at the Ebony Flask is good. If it wasn't, Amula and I would have cleared out long ago.
Why didn't you care for her?
She's just too jumpy. They say the Akaviri War made her twitchy. She's easily startled by the strangest things, like lizards. Those lizards infesting the Argonian Quarter drive her crazy.
Might I sing you a song, my lady? Can I tell you a tale? We could take a private room. I've been told I have a silver tongue.
Oh my. Well, can you tell me of your mistress?
I don't hate her, but there's no love lost between the Night Flowers and Fedrossa. She regards us a necessary evil. She doesn't even partake of our talents. Plus, she's incredibly jumpy.
What do you mean by jumpy?
My guess is she's caught one too many fireball blasts in the war. She still hates loud noises. There's an alchemist next door who's constantly testing flash powder and sulfurs. If she hears so much as a pop, she jumps right out of her skin.
Interested in a room? I've got a nice one. Cool brick.
Just so you know, we don't serve Ashlanders here. Good with you?
Okay. Definitely not an Ashlander city then. Well, I feel bad for playing on her war wounds, but whatever. I think you can get this guy his mead, or wine, or whatever it is.
Back to the shadows, fiend. The Akaviri are upon us. To me, troops! Back, you devils! Sorry, everyone. I lost myself for a moment.
Why did they glow?
What's that distinctive bottle I see peeking from your pack?
I have it.
Masterfully done. Truly a procurement worthy of praise and reward.
Ooh,
It's
give me
an
over
honor
100
and
gold.
a privilege doing business with you, friend.
Okay, so we're going to test something here. It's been 2 hours, so if we end up ending here, it's okay. So if this crashes, we'll end. If it doesn't crash, we're going to try and come back and see. That's the only way to stop this thing. So, let's see. This should log us out. Y'all may be paused for a minute if it logs us all the way out. If it logs us to the actual character screen, y'all won't be paused. Let me make sure my manager's on so I can see what's happening. Yeah. You cannot log out while in combat. Oh, that's brilliant. And quite stupid. Okay. So my only other idea is dangerous, and it's going to get me in trouble. Hey, I'll drink this free. Guard, where's the guard? You're a person. Hey, you. Kill me. You'll notice that you can't actually kill them. You can't do that while dead. Okay. Revive that way, friend. And that's how you clear that. I am no longer under attack. You actually have to die if you get stuck. Well, let's go repair all my equipment.
Greetings. How can I serve you?
Not too bad. Repair all for about $200, 200 gold. So you can't log out while in combat. You can't teleport while in combat. You can't even unstuck while in combat. That is a big deal. I had a few other times that happened in the assassins I use where he gets stuck in combat while he's assassinating. It's nice. I might just try to pull as the other one looked, but not bad. Let's sell that one too. Sell some stuff. Also, we need to see if I can't remember if they actually had a yeah, it's over in this area. So we can sell some stuff over here, and we should be able to do this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like it. And that. I'm gonna sell some stuff to this lady.
Greetings. How can I serve you?
This. That's all I really need to sell. The enchanting table over here to see if I can enchant something. I have no stones. Interesting. I swear I had runestones on me. Nope, don't have any. Okay. I just start collecting runestones. A magician can't enchant. Now we can continue to play. We're going for another hour-ish. Then we'll call it a day. Or until my son gets up at least. Nothing really missions around town. No black arrows showing up for me. These tough people must have the most brittle bones with all the milk they don't drink. Big old bird. Oh, I got something showing up for me. Scully Kaloon.
Don't look at me.
Oh, that's a beggar. Oh, these are all Ashlanders.
By dawn and dusk. What?
Wealth beyond measure, friend. Look for your worth within.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow.
How'd you get hurt?
A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar.
Is that sort of thing normal in Stonefalls?
No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground.
I can get into this, whatever these creatures may be.
The first is Varnog, a feral Nyx hound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfare named Gerlisk.
Clanfares are Daedra to begin with, they're all violent. Tell me about Varnard.
He's the least vicious of the three, but look what he did to my leg. We met him on the road southeast of Ebonheart. Our best guess is he escaped from a goblin tribe, or ate them.
Where can I find Bliger?
He floats along the shore west of here. Do not ask me the origin of his name. I assume it stems from the way netches float through the air.
What do you know about Gerlsick?
Strange story, that. Summoned by an old conjurer who lived in the hills east of Kragenmoor. The conjurer died, but it stayed. No one knows why, and no hunters ever tracked it to its lair.
Why are you visiting Ebonheart?
We drove our guar here to trade. The Ashlands give our tribe many things such as food and shelter. They aren't as generous with medicinal potions or steel.
Why not live in town then?
Ha! Even if we would have the housemen, they wouldn't have us. They won't even let us within their walls to trade. We must stay outside, bedding with their animals.
I want to let you inside.
Because they're heretics. Or because we are, whichever you prefer. We hold true to the faith of our ancestors. The worship of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala.
And the housemen you called them?
They believe the three elders of their tribunal are gods. We know the truth. The so-called three are murderers and necromancers.
That's quite an accusation. Tell me more.
Now? Here? No, I've already said too much. I have no love for the housemen. My people need their wares. Ask someone else. The first is Varnog.
Oh, okay.
Keep the ash from your eyes and your feet firmly planted. That's what I say.
Cool. Okay, so where's this at? None of them are too far away. I still have that too. So let's hit this one first. To my east, I want to travel across the bridge to my south. Oh, wait, to my north. Can't talk to you. Too busy.
Blessings of Almalexia on all who come to Ebonheart.
It's like, who the heck is talking to me? Oh, whatever that fort is, it's built up on... Oh, it's a house. Ebonheart Chateau. Just throw the net. That's Barnard's head. His Gore's body was ripped open and it's partly devoured. The beast that killed it might be nearby. I'm supposed to track it like the Wood Elves? No. And there it is. Damn, it's strong. Okay. The other two are further away, so I can actually go to this one. Talk to Erithel. Cross the other bridge. Right here at the party goers, then turn left here. Yeah. Oop, let me do that. This is a soldier camp. You got a name, but you don't talk. Okay. Oh, I don't have any bait. Yeah. And now that the antlers going me to go to, I can hit the way shrine real quick. Explore. Man, you can see where like you get too close to the. Wait, we're not in that area. We're just near the other mountain. The other mountain must be semi-active if it's put out ash. You can see up here the ash takes back over. All the grass goes gray, less flowers and plants.
Soldier, urgency compels us. We must keep the Covenant from getting the Coral Heart. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. The Pact needs your help here.
What's going on, Sergeant?
A Covenant force led by a mage named Alexandra Cornell has invaded Vivek's Antlers. They're after a powerful artifact called the Coral Heart. We tried to take Vivek's Antlers back, but her army almost wiped us out.
How'd you survive?
Dreg showed up in the middle of the battle and started slaughtering everyone. If you want to pitch in, report to Captain Norris. He's the officer in charge here. He's encamped to the north.
I'll speak to him. I think that's what I was headed to anyway, isn't it? And Erithel and Norris. Okay, so two people to talk to down there then.
Report in, soldier. What brings you to Vivek's Antlers?
Walks in Ash said the Covenant has attacked here and sent me to help.
Walks in ash, eh? A wise lizard, or so the lads say. Well, you're welcome here. The captain has a lot in his trencher, and we're not sure how to get it all down.
I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
I hope you're here to help. We're losing ground to Covenant forces. We have to hold the line here, or they'll push us back to Ebonheart and take all of Zarbamat.
Tell me what's happening.
Alexandra Cornell's army outnumbers us 5 to 1. If the Dreg hadn't attacked us, we'd have been wiped out. Now the Dreg are burying my men in mud. Unless that stops, we can't keep Cornell from getting the Coral Heart.
The Dreg. The Dreg. Like, I know that word, but I can't think of what it means. The Dreg. What's so important about this piece of coral?
Lieutenant Garland thinks Cornell wants to use it to command a brother of strife. Singswith Reed knows more about that. I need you to look for survivors in the mud mounds. Oh, and the daggers caught Garland. You need to rescue her.
I'll find Lieutenant Gallon and your soldiers.
Luck to you. I'll see if we can hold this line in case you return.
You said the Dreg?
Until you return.
You said the Dreg are burning your soldiers?
Burying them in mounds of muck. They'll hack you up with those claws or knock you out with bile. Then they'll bury you in mud. I don't know why they do it, and I don't care. I want it stopped.
What are the Dreg doing here?
Singswith Reed, that Argonian who's advising Lieutenant Garland, Thinks the Coral summoned the Dreg to defend itself. Fact is, we were losing when the Dreg showed up and altered the battle. Now we need to preserve the few troops we have.
What was that about Brother of Strife? I just came from a prison in Barrowlath.
I was talking about the other one. Sadal, the beasts sealed away a tormented spire. Tarnval was mistaken to free that thing from Ash Mountain. Imagine such a creature controlled by the Covenant and loosed on Ebonheart.
So are both of these volcanoes sealing them? How could this coral heart be used to control Sandal?
Do I look like an archmage? Or even an Argonian mud witch? I have no idea. I came here to stop the damned daggers, and that's what I'll do.
You said the Droog are buying... Oh, we already said that. Okay. They're buying your soldiers. Drake. Oh, they're those weird creatures. Okay. There's no reason to do that. Rapid fire. That doesn't even cost so much magic. I don't think he's getting back up. I don't know why you have one of those, but I'll be taking it. Thank you. Any of your men are getting back up. Oh, got one survivor.
At last. My thanks.
You're welcome. The dragon looked at us fighting and said, nope. Fish. Excuse us? What did we just wander into? Too big. Okay, you know what? You two fight. You three fight, whatever. Okay, if we're done for the moment, I'm gonna go through here. We'll do this. Capture this. Count these guys are alive this close to the action. Oh, he's alive.
The Covenant of Garland. She's on their ship.
Where are we? The ship. unsummoned you, did I? To the ship. Yeah, ignore them. Oop. Guess we're not gonna ignore you. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you have to invade that mud hut pigsty next door and enslave every Argonian. You're done. The heart is the key. I will not fail in my mission, and neither will you. What am I doing? Put my weapon away. Crazy.
Best defense, always a good attack.
Praise Vivek. An ally. I knew someone would come to free me. Vivek wouldn't allow his priestess to suffer like this. He sent you, didn't he?
Vivek didn't send me, but I can help.
Then help me complete my task. Here we defeated the Akaviri. Vivek flooded the plain. His children breathed water while the Akaviri drowned. Yet some who died cannot rest. We must consecrate their bones.
Is that how you got captured, concentrating bones?
Do not disparage youth. These are Vivek's children. They died for Morrowind and for him. We must provide for their rest. Anoint any remains you find with a sacred oil. That will soothe their spirits.
If you promise to leave, I'll do as you ask. Also,
the dead depend on you.
I don't remember seeing ghosts. Oh god, I got no fight. Whole gosh darn ship on fire.
You don't look to be Daggerfall Covenant, and you're not one of ours. Who are you?
I'm Marcel Ashman. I'm here to rescue you.
Thank the three. I thought I was going to die in here. There's a
Short piece
powerful mage
stormtrooper.
named Alexandra Connell leading these soldiers. She knows how to enter the heart chamber. She ripped the knowledge right out of my head.
How do we stop this Alexander Cannell?
I'll rally my soldiers and lead them to the Coral Heart Chamber. She must be inside. Have you seen my aide? Sings with Reed? She knows more about the coral than anyone. She must have some kind of plan.
Where is she right now?
Argonians, always the unexpected. If I know Reed, she's already lurking near the Covenant camp. Look for her nearby. If you can find her, bring her to the Coral Heart Chamber. Then we can finish this.
I'll find Sings with Reed and meet you in the heart chamber. Choice here? I may have a choice here. I may have an choice here.
Akaviri invaded our shore.
They came, killing and burning, though we never knew why. I died as the flood came. It swept them all away.
That? So where's the rest of these bones? Nine? Holy cow, I didn't realize there was 9 of them. Also, that one's too high for me. I don't think I can jump up there. I'll do it around. Excuse you? Your mom. Have fun.
Die, Akaviri! Die!
Akaviri. I feel like I should know the name. Also, we seem to be in the middle of an ash storm. Moss.
The waters took friend and foe alike. The tides rolled in, crushing all in their path. The Akaviri were defeated, but at what cost?
So I don't know who did it, but apparently the soldiers on our side did not survive it. I'm nearing the edge. Yeah, I won't be over here. Y'all seen any ancient bones? Outside the circle. I like this music. Kind of pretty. Hey, look. Listen to this. stuck, aren't I? Oh. Okay, they meant for you to get in here. They must have meant. Oh, hello. Still technically in the circle. This is a large circle. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna see what's in here. Golden lockpicks. The bee remains up here. Or up to the tsunami roll. There's not going to be much up here. I don't know why they made the circle all the way up here.
Explain once more why running was the best idea.
Does it matter? If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well head back.
Why did that increase my stamina?
My thanks.
That's a Canavir. A caravan. Canavir? What the hell's a Canavir? I have the strangest feeling I'm not going to find shit away from the shore. There's a camp back there. Let's head back down the moment we can. I scared the boar. Ooh. Ah, did I not die? Well, really? Okay. Also a mace or something here. Oh, lore book. No word from him? Okay. Well, this is long. Triumph of Monarch, Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Hello. Chapter 3, at the Gates of Daggerfall. For a dozen years after the Battle of Grandin Tor, the kingdoms of High Rock were at peace, and merchants of ships of Wayrest, Daggerfall, and Sentinel traded near Fart all the ports of Tamriel. In my father's hall of business in Wayrest, I learned the tracking of shipments, the balancing of accounts, and the fluctuation of currencies, but Pierrick in Cumberland knew the nature of the world, and he was not content to have his son learn only the ways of peace and trade. Every morning I sparred with the Cumberland Master of Arms, and every afternoon, the weather permitted, I rode a war horse, exercising with the Menevia Heavy Dragoons. It wasn't just practice. For 2 months every summer I traveled as a lieutenant of the mounted escort of the Evermore Caravan, and a half-dozen times we fought off hill bandits, goblin raiders, and Reachman warbands. I was fortunate to have spent so much time with a hilt in my hand. In 2E542, when I was but 20, Dorkarik and the Black Drake spread his wings in the Reach and mustered his feral tribesmen to war. Erupting from their mountain lairs like ants from a kicked anthill, the Reachmen howled down into Bancorai, burning and looting. After only 3 days' siege, Evermore fell to this horde. The land was pillaged and its people massacred. Holland's stand was out longer, but eventually it was overrun by the heathen swarm. Within days, they were across will say, and bearing down on Wayrest. Then all were grateful that King Gardner had... What's this going on near me? King Gardner had built new walls and battlements around the Wayrest, for the town had grown so that it had burst the bounds of the old walls. Throngs of people swarmed from the countryside, and soon it seemed all of Maneva, Gavadan, and Alcair were within the city walls. But when the Reachman storm burst upon Wayrest, the crowded conditions seemed a small price to pay for protection from the fury of those danger-loving heathens. Thus began the epic siege of Wayrest, when for 57 days and nights the Britons of Stormhaven manned the walls and repulsed the savage assaults of our terrible opponents. The Reachmen lacked siege engines, lacking siege engines, were unable to breach our new walls and take the city by storm. And lacking ships, they were unable to blockade our harbor and reduce the city to starvation. Stalemate. Was Durkrok's invasion of High Rock at an end? Indeed, no. The Reachman warrior, though fearless and fierce, is not as a rule very patient. The Black Drake left enough troops and retrievement around our walls to keep us bottled up inside, and simply marched off west into Lumnubra. Taken by surprise, the newly independent city-state of Kalmor fell and was sacked, and then Durkrok returned his eyes south towards Daggerfall. Fortunately, King Gardner heeded my advice to use our merchant ships as transports for the heavy dragoons. That was how I found myself at the head of the lances of Wayrest. Finest as we charged into the rear of the Reach and massed before Daggerfall city gates. All Britons know how the Black Drake's warriors were caught completely by surprise, how I smote Durkrok, and how I tore down his unholy banner. They know of his sortie of the Knights of Daggerfall, in which King Bergamot finished the work we've begun, scattering the unbroken army of heathens like autumn leaves before a gate. Only one fortnight after that, I watched, head bowed, as the kings of Daggerfall, Calmorn, Stormhell, Evermore, and Wayrest signed the first Daggerfall Covenant. Interesting. Also, backpack, obsidian. What's with the explosions I'm hearing in my ears? Hello, golden armored person. Dragons are cool. Oh, what the heck hit me? You guys fight and leave me alone. Ooh. I want nothing weird crab monsters. Okay, safety.
Did you find the bones and bless them?
I noted all I found.
Vivek's children can rest now. I feel it in my bones. You are kind to perform this service for the heroes of the past. Vivek, we thank them for our freedom today. No foe can stand against the three.
Complete the quest.
One day I will visit the Tribunal Temple in Deshan. I will hear the word of Vivek from his own lips.
Who were the Akavari?
The Akaviri were
the snake
invaders
men.
from across the sea. Fierce snake men and all manner of monsters. We faced them here on these plains, but they overwhelmed us. Yet we fought and died and held until Vivek himself came and put an end to it.
So just, sorry, the Akavari are from the continent to the east. They once invaded Tamriel and conquered most of it, but then were beaten back. But some of them held high positions around the Empire, granted by the Empire at the time for some reason. Then when the last Imperial in line was assassinated, they took over the Empire and held the White Gold Tower until they were all assassinated, which was not too long ago. I believe that leads directly into the Three Banners War. So this is recent history. What happened then?
Vivek brought water to cleanse the land. His children breathed the holy water while the Akaviri drowned. It was a great victory for Morrowind. Rumors say the Akaviri came here looking for an ancient relic. What it is, I do not know.
And let's ask the blasphemous question.
One who does not know the tribunal lives in a dark world. 3 living gods, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothasil, bless Morrowind and guide us in these troubling times. Vivek is the wisest of living gods. We are scarcely worthy to look upon him.
We'll get to that later. Okay. Seems is reading. 6 streets is this way. Back to the battlefield, back to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Faster on horse. We also need to find a speed area and train up our horse, because I guess that explains that. Oh boy. Oh. There it is. She is.
You've been in the belly of the Covenant's beast. Tell me, is Lieutenant Gollin safe?
She escaped. She asked me to find you.
My heart is at ease. I've decided how to contact the Coral. This won't be easy. The Coral Heart could unleash a brother of strife, but simply taking the heart would kill it. Ill winds are blowing, friend.
What do we do?
The Coral summoned the Dreg. If I can show the Coral we're friendly, it may aid us by turning the Dreg against the Covenant. Time is precious. If I'm to succeed, I'll need your help.
What do you need done?
These are my eggs, the fruit of my tree. My roots must join with the Coral for us to be truly of one mind. Place my eggs at the 3 large clusters of coral around the antlers, then meet me in the heart chamber.
Gross. So closest one's right here. I'm assuming that big red thing is where I'm going.
Fool. You think to tame the... I'll see you dead.
Is that weird lady? This is the next one. I'm glad they're all fighting Covenant army. That guy's stuck in a mountain. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. They're singing and it'll notice you.
Quick! The Coral weakens. I feel it. The Coral speaks to me. I'll meet you in its heart.
Okay. Person up here should be safe. There's a person up here, right? You guys are busy.
You won't stop me. The Coral Heart is mine.
Not if we stop you. Oh. The best known example of bizarre land coral found along the coast of Morrowind's in sea. I can't. The freaking PS5 load times are too fast for me to read any of that.
My friend, can you hear me? The Coral
Yes?
is dying. The Bretons stole its heart. The dregs serve us now, but it's not enough. Find me at the heart.
I thought they sold the heart. Find you at the heart's chamber?
Alexandra stands now inside the coral. She has stolen its heart, and it dies a slow death. We are joined, and I feel its pain as I feel my own. I fear touching the mind of the coral is not enough. We must merge body and soul. Alexandra has ripped the heart out of the coral. It may only live if it finds another one. I will not lie. I'm scared of what's to come. But I'm glad that you and Galen are here with me. Keep the heart safe. Goodbye.
Okay.
We will. Goodbye, old friend.
You're too late. The heart is mine.
Not for long.
You won't burn, then freeze.
Yes.
Have a taste of lightning.
Ooh, I'm about to die.
Why don't you die?
I'm about to. Damn. Oh, is it gonna let me? Oh, because I have someone else fighting with me. Nice. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Any day now.
Take our heart.
Eat it.
Keep it safe. The coral and I can now live without it.
The artifact is barely visible, but she's some metal gleaming between the layers of coral. Can we give it back its heart and take you instead?
The heart is yours, yet the coral lives. Once I saw it was dying, I had no choice but to merge myself with the coral. We are one now. One tree with the same roots.
Technically, she ascended to something better. Okay. Weird.
With the drag on our side, the Covenant is out of luck. Sings with Reed saw to that. She's joined with the Coral now, and I won't let either one come to harm.
Okay. How do we get out of here? Same way we came in. Okay. It's a cool chamber, by the way. It's really big considering that this fight was kind of small. Also did not expect a 3-tiered fight there. If I hadn't considered what's her name as my partner, I would have died there and had to come back and redo that. Luckily, I also had a I either used stone or I had one of those free. Don't think the drag should bother me anymore. Free revives back. There. Get up there.
I hear you're responsible for getting the Dreg on our side. Well done. With those beasts chopping them up, the Covenant doesn't stand a chance.
I finished burying them in mud. What we hope is mud.
Well, you're a warm heart in a blizzard. What news? Could you keep that Coral Heart out of the Covenant's hands?
The heart is ours.
Then Ebonheart is saved. We are once again in your debt. Maybe we'll make you the new Thane of Whiterun. After all, they'll take anyone. I'll keep the heart safe. This Brother of Strife must remain bound.
Or Whiterun.
The Brothers of Strife are too dangerous. I'll keep this from everyone who might want to use it. Even Tanvor.
What's next, Holgan?
You've done well here. We could use more like you. In fact, we could use more like you at Fort Virac. The Daggerfall Covenant has seized it.
Fort Virac.
It's a vital link between Stonefalls and the Rift. With Fort Virac held by the enemy, we're cut off from supplies. Head up there and report to Sergeant Gioring. I'll be right behind you.
I'll see you there. Okay, so we're going to call that for the day. We'll be back to play tonight, likely, before I go to bed. But that will likely be, why can I not see? Oh, get out of here. That will likely be, some Fortnite. Just later tonight, though. So we're currently still in Stone Falls, which we've been in for a while now. Heading up north. Up north is heading technically kind of into Skyrim area. Around past Cyrodiil. Who's breathing heavy? That's never a good thing. But next time we come back, we'll actually be our Orc Lady up in the Gluvenumbra area still.
I need help.
Making our way through this area. Looks like we're going to make our way north and probably hit the Rift, which is technically a southern area of Skyrim. But anyway, I probably see y'all tonight just for a little bit of, a little more play later tonight before we head to bed. And then after that, I'm not sure when we'll play again. I'll have to look through my schedules coming up for next week and let y'all know. But let me see. Actually, I could probably do that right now before I head out. Enjoy the view of the reward raising. Oh, that's interesting. Is Saturday the 24th. So yeah, we'll likely play a little bit later tonight, and if we get up early enough tomorrow, we may play a little tomorrow morning. Monday morning also looks like an opportune time to do a little bit of streaming if I get up early enough. Tuesday is likely a yes, and Wednesday, Thursday are going to be no for either ones. Friday morning's a maybe, and Saturday and Sunday. Oh, Saturday morning is a maybe, and I think I'm pretty sure I'll work Sundays. Sunday's probably a no. So I will see y'all either tonight or tomorrow morning, definitely. Hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend. Peace and out.